With Sega and the Creative Assembly going more down the route of super games, and likely therefore trilogies, I thought it could be fun to speculate what a Roman Total War Trilogy could look like, released in the Warhammer style. I have already done this video for the medieval world, where I divided the games by era. However, I think the Roman world cannot be just split off into different eras. For example, in the medieval world, really no matter the start date, the game is balanced. No faction is too big, but with Rome, the vast majority of its history is far too one-sided, to the point where it would not be fun. That's why the Rome games are either the Rise of Rome or the Fall of Rome. They have challenge, and all Rome 2 DLCs on full maps post-Punic Wars focus on civil wars. I've thought long and hard about how this could work, and so what I decided to create was this. Game 1. This should be 100% about quality, rather than quantity. A small map, but filled in with a lot. My idea is to have it set before Rome was really moving, so literally any power in Italy can gain control, even before Imperator Rome is set. I think Rome 1's map should focus on the Western Mediterranean, Italy, Greece, Illyria, Southern Gaul, Iberia, and North Africa. Before you hate me, hear me out. It should be quality focused, not quantity, going in deep. I'm not talking about a cut down map of Rome 2 or the Hannibal at the Gates DLC. I am talking about a full game. Factions must be deep and complex, replayable to an almost endless degree, with a vast amount of new features and mechanics. The Greek cities should be the Greek cities, a complex, in-depth historical map that really appreciates each culture and faction, plus a load of other cool stuff and buzzwords that make you want to like this video. This game will focus on the rise of Rome, and then the Punic Wars, but the Punic Wars where the war in Sicily alone is what it was historically, a massive back and forth, bloody war of attrition. Carthage, as I have said before, is one of history's most underrated empires. This game I see as basically being Carthage Total War. Allow Carthage to take the light with this game. The lands to the east and across the Alps should be mysterious, as they were to the Romans at this time. Okay, so why am I starting small geographically? It's because I want them to get it right. Focus on depth and strategy to create a game that is just good. Then they take all the feedback from Game 1 and create Game 2. Game 2 should go a lot deeper, but primarily focus on taking the same features and expanding out the map. This map should become more in line with what we are familiar with from Rome 1 and Rome 2, however, using features that have already been tested in the first game. The stuff we like from Game 1 we get more of in Game 2, and the stuff we don't like in Game 1 are fixed, and I emphasise fixed, not removed. The era, however, should be a bit later, more what we are familiar with again. This game, I think, would be best starting before the Punic Wars. Rome should have to exhaust herself, dealing with Pyrrhus, the barbarians to the north, and then Carthage. Rome should be powerful at this point, a real threat. When you sit behind Rome, you should feel it, but the balance will be that they have a tough start. And then it should have a Mortal Empires style of campaign as well. a second start date for those who own the first game, where you can start as Tiny Rome, so it's up to the player what campaign they play. So if game 1 was about going in deep, and then game 2 was about expanding the map, game 3 should double down on both ideas. There's not too many map expansions that can be done beyond what we get in Rome 2. India maybe, go further south into Africa, sure, but it can't really go too far north, and there's certainly no point in going west. Warhammer 3 can have their own China expansion game. Medieval 3 can do the same, but it does not work the same for Rome. So most of the new technology should focus again on depth and quality. A bigger, deeper map with more going on. The series until this point should be hyping up the fall of Rome and this third and final game, and I imagine something far more epic than just Attila. Remember this, by the time it happens, it is likely to be about 2 decades into our future. Just imagine the technological leaps that will be made by then, and I am going to say it, the third and final game in the Roman Trilogy will have near enough everyone. As close to a full simulation as is possible. You probably think I've gone crazy, but 20 years ago, Shogun 1 had 60 settlements. Warhammer 2 Vortex has almost 300. That's a 500% increase, with likely new engines and new technology. When this third and final Roman Trilogy game comes out, 1,500 settlements could be just the standard. Just to be clear how crazy this is, I am talking about 50 settlements in modern Italy, and another 50 settlements in Greece alone. All past titles and DLC should be remastered and all re-added into this mega game. It's like, just imagine if Attila came with all Rome 2 and Rome 2's DLC. I would love that. Rome 2, but brought to Attila's quality, Attila's graphics and Attila's mechanics. Like remastered onto the next. This idea is crazy. And I doubt even then, that far into the future, that it will even be possible. But Rome needs to go above and beyond all expectations. Every successful Roman strategy game has done this. Rome 1 was years ahead of its time. CA almost bankrupted itself to make Rome 1, and that is how it's meant to be. Rome needs it all. Rome should take all. CA, if you want me and the community to forgive you for Rome 2, then I ask you this. How far will you go for Rome?